How did you come to this place in your life of faith?
Yeah, faith is really important to me, and that's why I really was excited to be on your show. I really admire what you guys are doing, like blending, blending pop culture and comedy and faith, and being able to speak about all of those things is something that I really pride myself on. And people think it's kind of strange, like, why does a guy who plays weird comic characters talk about his faith? But it's a part of all of us, you know. Our spiritual journey is so important, and I went on one as a young adult where I grew up a member of the Baha'i faith, and my faith was really important to me, but I left it in my 20s. I moved to New York City to be an actor. I didn't want anything to do with God, with morality, religion, the faith of my parents, and kind of threw it all away and went on a long and really important spiritual journey for me. I found myself really unhappy as a person and chronically dissatisfied. And that led me on a journey to read the Bible. I read the Quran. I read all the major works of the world's faiths. And after many years of searching, talking to people, visiting various religious organizations, I found myself going back to the faith of my childhood. And I think that, you know, I started this company, Soul Pancake, and the soulpancake.com, and it's a media company and YouTube channel. And the reason I started it is because at its core, I think it's crucial for young people to go on that spiritual journey and to find the truth for themselves and to find meaning for themselves.
Because you have books out as well, right?
Yeah, Soul Pancake has a book out, and then I have a book that came out a few months ago called The Bassoon King, My Life in Art, Faith, and Idiocy. And it talks about this spiritual journey, and it links it with comedy and with pop culture and all that.
I wanted to ask, because I think this is very interesting, this whole idea of you coming into your own. You said you didn't want to have anything to do with the faith of your parents. I think this is a very interesting conversation. I'm raising kids, you're raising children, we all have children. There was a time when my mother, I just had to go to church because either you went to church or you were going to die. So it was like it wasn't a question. Like today, kids like, I don't want to go to church, Mom. And they're like, cool, just stay home. My mother was like, get in the car now. But there came a point where I had to stop renting her faith and purchase my own.
Nice.
And so I had to go on that same journey. Yeah. That journey brought me to a revelation that I connected to God through the person of Jesus. And when you talk about you studying these other faiths, one of the critical things about this show is being able to connect to people who come from different journeys, that we can have this kind of dialogue and conversation. And I really celebrate this moment to be able to hear how somebody else is walking their spiritual path.
What's the most important element of your faith for you? The most important element?
You know, creating unity. And I think you tapped onto it too. I think there's so many divisions that are created in society politically, and so many divisions that have been historically created by religions. And it's time for religions to stop that nonsense and bring people together and stop creating these divisions, these walls between people, because their conception of God might be a little bit different, or they might call God by a different name. But we, you know, people of faith need to work to be of service, to make the world a better place, plain and simple, and stop talking and start doing.